Just before we start the video, guys, if you haven't already, we've now set up the Mongrel Chad Discord. We all talk about Kenshi. There's nearly 30 people there. If you haven't already, it's in the channel description. Thank you. Around the lands of Kenshi, because of all the war, famine, and roaming cannibal Girl Scout tribes, a lot of the once prospering towns and research facilities were run down and abandoned. These places are now called ruins, and they contain some of the rarest items and knowledge in the game. The only downside of these rare loot deposits is that they're guarded, and they range from being totally abandoned, leaving thousands of cats worth of loot just lying around, to heavily armoured robots who require top tier troops to break into and kill. There's quite a lot of ruins in the game, so I'm going to show off some of the best ones which don't require a lot of work and not only can make you rich, but some of the tech you find can change the course of the game. Let's get started. Before we get started, I want 3 things before heading anywhere. The first and most important is a backpack, as many items are going to be large and we don't want to be doing many return trips, so you can get quite quirky at night in Kenshi. So either a medium or large backpack should be enough, as they hold space for most ruins. A trader backpack would also be useful for stacking items, but they won't hold big slots for heavy weapons. The second item we need are tools. These are crucial for some ruins, as many as the best items are like research or AI cores are locked behind high level locks that we can't force ourselves into. This is where tools come in, as they can bypass any lock after using them on a safe or container, and after a minute or two, they're gone, so we can get inside and get all the loot. These are mandatory for any explorer with a low lockpicking skill, as while we can train it up while we're there, we want all the loot we can carry straight away. The final item we want is a crossbow. Now this might seem a bit of a weird one, as crossbows don't do much damage compared to the melee weapons we can acquire, but when the time comes later in this video, it will be the most important item we bring along to the ruins. Now, let's get into it. The first room we're going to check out is the Leaning Tower. Now, if you're in my Discord, I already put a screenshot in the tips and tricks part of it, but this here is in the Floodlands, and this is a fluctuation ruin, and what I mean by fluctuation ruin means that the loot is always randomised, but you always get good loot here. Now, you can see here I'm only looting cups, but when we go up to this second floor, we're going to find all the good loot. Now, there is one safe in here that you are going to need tools for, so you only need to bring one set of tools along for this one, but I promise you, it's worth it. Now, as we start looting the barrels and the large baskets, we're going to see the loot start going up. So now we find a nice little gas mask, and you might be thinking, oh, is this going to be worth it? There's an ancient science book, along with some skeleton parts. The ancient science book is a rare bit of research that we can't normally buy unless we go to specific places, but then again, they don't restock. And then as soon as we've looted all of it, we can see all the loot we've acquired here. 4 ancient science books, couple of skeleton cores, some rum, a crossbow, which is a really nice CPU unit. That's really good. Now, the fluctuation kind of depends on what save you're playing on, but pretty much every time you loot this place, you're going to be getting at least some ancient science books, and every time you come, you're going to be getting around 30 to 40,000 cats in profit, which is quite nice considering there's no enemies at all. Next up is the Shek ruins in Sten Desert. This can be found between Squin and Admag. Now, compared to the other ruins on this list, it's not that good, but it's good in its own way, kind of. You can get some high-tier armour early on in the game with no enemies around, which is the rusty chainmail. You can also find a ration pack here, some armour plating, and some other little useful tools, such as some heavy weapons early in the game. Now, this isn't going to be as profitable or as worth it as the other ruins, as they contain high-tier research, couple thousand, but coming here could be a nice early start off, as if you pick up all of the chainmail, the 3 bits there, 1 shoddy tier, 1 standard tier, 1 high tier, and then the armour plating and get a ration pack, that's a nice early 10 grand into your playthrough. Now you can either keep the armour or sell all of that to get 10 grand to either fund into backpacks, weapons, whatever you name it, but still, it's a nice little ruin to know about, and it's always there, no enemies there, I thought I'd include it. Nice little area at the start. Coming up next is the Deadlands workshop. Now this is on the left of the Black Desert City, and it's going to be our first little tricky ruin. Now as you can see, I did have to hire some mercenaries here, but I was only one group, and I promise you the profits on this one are ridiculous. As you can see, I have some heavy weapons here and some skeleton repair kits. Now I did not bring these with me, this is what I just looted off the guards. Now, that's only the guards, which it only cost 2,000 to hire the bodyguards for, and when I killed them, I started looting. Now, I got a couple of skeleton repair kits, but these are the ones we're going to have to start using tools on properly. Now, I had to use 4 pairs of tools for this one. Going to Black Desert City and then going to the scrap house, you can normally buy a bunch of tools there to use, but this loot on here is immense. So going up to a few, always check, here's a little tip as well, always check for storage for electricals and steel bars, because sometimes might have some in. We found some engineering research and some ancient science books here, but just give me a second, because you need to brace yourself for this. Using 2,000 cats to hire some bodyguards, I got this. Yeah. So that's a whole lot of fucking skeleton repair kits to start of all. Some CPU units, couple of generator cores. Yeah, and do you want to know how much I got in profit on this one? 114,000. What the fuck? Yeah, this feels illegal to know, but this isn't even the best part. As you can see on the left side of the screen here, we also got 4 ancient science books and 2 engineering research, which is very good. Now, the 114,000, that comes from also selling the research, but if not, you're still going to make it out of around 80,000 cats. I also found a nice JIT, the little blunt weapon there that I've got equipped, and that's a really nice weapon. I got the combat cleaver as well, robotic components, steel bars. This is a very good place to loot. And as well, if you've got the recruit prisoners mod, it's also a nice sort of prisoner recruits. Now, if you've been a fan of this channel for a long time, you know exactly why this one's here. The Post-Ancient Workshop west of Vane. Now, this one is my go-to for early research on money, as all you have to do is run west of Vane, which can be a bit tricky with the beak things in there, but you can run between the high villages to get there. Now, the reason why this is so good is because A, if you play it right, you don't need any tools by lockpicking all the easy things first, and B, the profits on this one is immense. Now, this one doesn't fluctuate, I believe, as every time I've been here, I've got the same thing over and over again, and I'm going to show you what that is now. So, we get some robotic limbs, a masterwork skeleton leg, a nice specialist stealth leg, and a couple of repair kits. This will net you around 40,000 cats if you do not sell the research, but if you do sell the research, you're going to be getting around 60 to 70,000 cats. Now, that is really good for a couple of reasons. Number one, this is not hard. You can literally do this within 5 minutes of spawning in the game. 2, you get a really nice crossbow out of this, considering that crossbows are very underrated in the game. Having a nice up there tier 1, it's really good. And 3, a masterwork skeleton leg is very handy to have in case you ever get mutilated by the Holy Nation, but this is definitely my favourite one. Coming up next and next to last is the tiny settlement in the border zone. Now, this doesn't hold any high tier loot, but I think I should mention it because if you are on about building a base early on, especially in the border zone, this has a ton of building materials, a few tools for you if you need to go more ruin exploring, iron plates. It's a nice place to know considering there's around 10 of each here, and the place behind it in this location is one of the best places in Kenshi to build a base. Flat land, everything, copper, iron, all that. So I thought I'd include it as well. It's a nice little homage. Okay, now we're at the final ruin, guys, and this is the Obedience Ancient Labs. Now, this ruin has iron spiders inside of it, and if you don't know what they are scary. I'm going to show you real quick. These are the last ruins I've showed you. I've just been doing clips of them and then speaking afterwards, but this one, I'm going to show you what this one actually is, because this is quite a scary bit. I'm going to get this gate open and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, now we finally opened it, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So this is definitely going to be the best ruin we go to, because it's in this high level area, and as soon as we go in, we're going to see these guys around there, the security spiders. Now, if I grabbed 2 bunch of mercenaries, like I had earlier, if I grabbed even 3 of them, I don't even think they'd be able to take on 1. Like, they may be able to get 1 down, but these guys here, they don't fuck around. Alright, so as soon as I go in, they're all going to try and swarm me a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead one away. See, now the other guys are coming. And I'm going to show you a little trick here. While they are going to follow us, see right down here, there is a little plate, and this works for all of the ruins in the gate. I believe most of them. See, as soon as I go past this spot here, they stop running. And this is to stop people from leading them away from the ruin and then getting someone else. So the reason why I said get a crossbow is because when I equip this here and then start firing at them, if they get too close, I'm just going to walk away. So I'm just going to reload, bring it back over here so they come towards me. And here's another little trick I'm going to show you. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. But if we're just very careful as well, when they do the animation, if I move back like that, then they can't hit me. So he's going to come close to me now. Because we are closer, he's going to come closer. I'll move. There we are, like that. So this shows that even at a level 1, you can come take this. So he's going to come close to me, slowing down a bit. Move back, easy, and he stops running after me. Now, this is an exploit of the game. Obviously, it was not meant to do it, but sometimes people, they want all the tech and stuff early. Like, I know that when I'm making videos and stuff, like when I'm doing like these high level, when I'm doing like these massive buildings and stuff and I need a lot of money quick, this is the type of stuff I do. So, raid a ruin, get money, we're done. But even though I'm a bit inaccurate, right, there we are, we hit 183 right in the head. This crossbow I found was actually really good. But all we're going to do is, I believe there's only 5 here. I'm just going to keep leveling up my perception and crossbows at the same time. And then when I reload, obviously he's going to keep running back. As soon as I run back here, he's going to come towards me. Now, I can do this for all of them. And then as soon as all of them are dead, I can then run into there and then start looting. So, just in case anyone didn't know again, as soon as come, pull back. Might follow me a bit. Pull back, like that. It's this little buffer zone here, Ancient Labs. I'm going to quickly kill all these spiders and then I'll show you what's in. And another little quick tip, guys, we did just take one down here, and all we're going to do is, once we're down, we can loot all the iron plates, electronical components, but the reason why I want to do this while he's rebooting is if we just take any parts of these out, I'm going to take the skeleton muscle because it's the most valuable. As soon as you take one out, dead. Like snapping his neck. I've just killed the last security drone, and if we can check now, we can now see that all of them are dead. And that little technique there, it's really quite easy. When you realise that most areas, obviously I don't think it'll work with like places guarded by blood spiders, cannibals and all that, but it's a really nice little thing to have in your arsenal because sometimes, yeah, like it's a bit bad when you're like trying to like, you know, level up for the game, do everything properly, but when you want to get stuff done straight away, like let's say you wanted to roleplay as a hashish farmer but you don't have any engineering research and you don't know where else to go, just do that. But I'm going to quickly loot up all of this in here and then show you what I found. Yep, that's all from that. So if we take a quick look here, that's 12 skeleton muscles, 4 power cores, 15 ancient science books. Yeah, Einstein used to work in here pretty much. A couple of armor plates, motors, copper alloys, all that jazz, robotic components, generator cores. You can see why there was skeletons. You can see why there was security spiders here. This is very high tier loot, and this is all worth, I'm pretty sure, around about 140,000. Yeah, so that was worth it. I'll tell you what, I've got it written down here. This is worth 140,000 if you sell all the research, but yeah, that was definitely worth it, especially from level 1. But thank you all for watching. The support recently has been amazing, guys. I love speaking to everyone in the Discord, everyone commenting and stuff. It's been so good. I've been glad that I've been getting to, you know, how do I say it? Communicate with the community, if you can say it like that. But I just want to thank everyone for watching. The support recently has been amazing, and you know, just speaking to all you guys, please join the Discord. It's not just one of those places where you just go in there and then just fucking just sit there, really. No, every time someone joins, I talk to them, and then if anyone has any problems with Kenshi, come talk to me. It's a safe place, we can all talk to each other. But thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next, or if you have any questions about Kenshi itself. Thank you, and remember to have a good one.